Okay, welcome back, students. So we're doing question 9 from the 24 paper, and we're going to write down the coordinates of point A and then of point C. So the coordinates of point A are -1, 1. And the coordinates of C are, I all start here at the origin, I come out 5, and I go up 4. Out 5, up 4. D is a point which is not shown, and it is the image of the point B under central symmetry in the point P. Okay, so there is a mapping from B to P. It's a translation, and after that mapping it repeats again. It continues on, giving us the image here. Now the way we can see it as well is that it's 1 step to the left and 2 steps up, repeated. 1 step to the left and 2 steps up. So the mapping of P to P prime, or they've named it D, B prime would be the image of B, but they've told us directly to name it D. We have this here and we have its coordinates. So let's see what exact instructions we are. Plot and label the point D. So we plotted it, but we haven't labeled it. So let's label it. It is at 2, 5. Now it's plotted and labeled, and join the points A, B, C, D in order to form a quadrilateral. We'll start with A, it's alphabetical, through to B, through to C. Good thing to do is just anchor your point there and rotate. Through to D, anchor on D and rotate. We made our quadrilateral. Now find A, B and C, D. Let's get that done before we continue. So just remind ourselves of our formula for distance. It's the difference of the x's to be squared, the square root of the difference of the x's to be squared plus the differences of the y's to be squared. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. Using A and B, it's straightforward because we can just read the values off here. The difference in the y's will be nothing. So you end up getting 5. Units. Okay, and the CD, this one, now remember this is 5 and 4. So as we're applying the equation 5, so in the difference of the x's is 3. The absolute value is all we need. We don't care if it's negative or positive. So you're comparing 5 and 2, subtracting them. They're the difference between 5 and 2. You could do that in primary school. It's 3. And the difference between 5 and 4 is 1. So that's equal to the square root of 10. Now these are opposites. And one of the properties of a parallelogram is that opposite sides. Pop into our parallelogram at the beginning of the table. It's not stated here, but a property of a parallelogram. You see, there's so many properties and proofs of parallelograms. One is that a pair of opposite sides are always congruent, equal in length. This is same length as this. Now there are other things. They're also parallel, and there's things about the angles and so on. But one of the defining characteristics of a parallelogram is that 2 pairs of opposite sides are equal. So clearly these are not equal, and therefore it's not a parallelogram. We're going to use the words very carefully. 5 is not equal to the square root of 10. which implies, you can use this symbol, it's in the log tables, but which implies, so that's what it means, which implies that ABCD is not a parallelogram. Now look at the wording here, therefore they use ABCD is not a parallelogram since opposite sides are not equal in length. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides always equal in length. And that is not our case here. Okay, that's the end of question 9. As always, we will see you in the next one.